President Trump has once again stirred major discussion by suggesting that the United States could be ready to completely eliminate federal income taxes, a move that he claims could put roughly $14,000 back into the average American's pocket each year. But while this number sounds exciting, the reality is far more complicated. Low-income households currently pay very little, around $822 a year on average, and many pay nothing at all, meaning the benefit for them would be small. Middle-income earners, those making between $45,000 and $80,000, pay just over $10,000 annually and would see a more meaningful savings. Meanwhile, high-income households would see, by far, the biggest financial gain, since they pay the bulk of federal income taxes today. The biggest challenge with eliminating federal income taxes is the sheer amount of revenue it generates, about $2.4 trillion in 2024. To replace that entirely with tariffs, the United States would need to increase tariff revenue by nearly 8 times the current levels. Even though tariff revenue is projected to hit $300 billion by the end of 2025, that still falls drastically short of what would be required. Politically, these proposals fit a familiar Trump strategy. He floats big ideas, gauges public reaction, and sees which ones gain traction. And so far, the $2,000 rebate checks are extremely popular. Polls show that about 80% of Americans support them. From a political standpoint, sending out big checks often creates more goodwill among voters than structural tax changes, especially heading into elections. However, checks also risk fueling inflation, particularly if interest rates begin to fall under a new Federal Reserve chair of Trump's choosing. Eliminating federal income taxes, on the other hand, is less inflationary, but financially much harder to achieve. So, what's realistic? Experts say a full elimination of federal income taxes for all Americans is nearly impossible under current revenue conditions. In the end, these ideas are still very much in the testing public reaction stage. Trump is watching closely to see which proposals resonate most with voters, and that will shape what he pushes hardest in the coming months. Whether it's income tax elimination, tariff rebate checks, or major changes to trade policy, the next several months will reveal what direction this economic agenda truly takes.